Good morning, friends. A hearty welcome to my YouTube channel and myself, Professor M.H. Annaya. And friends, in today's video, we are going to learn about the projection of a square pyramid, which is supposed to rest on one of its slant edges on HP, with that edge making an angle with the VP. So let us see what is in store for today's video. The question reads like this: a square pyramid of side 30 mm and axis 60 millimeter long rests on HP on one of its slant edges, which is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. Draw its projections. Friends, generally any question on these solids, whether it is a pyramid or a prism, a cylinder or a cone or a cube, it generally involves three steps. Out of these three stages or three steps, the first step is initial positioning of the solid on HP. So, in today's video, it says it has to rest on one of its slant edges. So friends, you have this square pyramid having a square base and four slant edges on its lateral surface. And it will also have four isosceles triangles on its lateral surface. Now, I will just give a clue for the initial positioning of this solid. It is said in the question that it has to rest on one of its slant edges. Friends, remember, whenever you find this word slant edge in case of pyramids, longer edge in case of prisms, generators in case of the cylinders or cones, and slant edge in case of pyramids. Here you find the word slant edge. The moment you see the slant edge, place the object on HP such that one of the slant edges of that pyramid is to your right side and obtain the top view and the front view. In this question, we have a square pyramid. So I am going to construct a square in the top view, which will have these two edges, adjacent edges, equally inclined to HP, the horizontal, or all the four edges equally inclined to VP, and obtain its front view to the given height of 60 mm. Top view is a square with all the diagonals joined together. These lines represent the slant edges of the pyramid. So this is how we draw. So let me mark it as A, B, C and D finally. So we will transfer all these points to the front view and mark this point as A dash, this is C dash, this is B dash and D dash. O is the vertex and O1 is the center of the base. And you find, friends, that the axis of the solid is perpendicular to HP. I have shown here. And in the front view, the last lines, namely O dash C dash and O dash A dash, represent the slant edges, two slant edges. There are two more, OB and OD. And here, if you observe, friends, this slant edge, which I am taking this line as O dash C dash, is one of the slant edges. And that slant edge is at an angle to the XY, but we want that to be on HP. So the initial position is perfectly correct. Now I have to draw the second position such that O dash C dash representing one of the slant edges is on HP. So friends, I am going to write this figure again here such that this solid is resting on one of the slant edges. So let me remark this: A dash, B dash, D dash, and this is C dash. This is the axis, and this O dash, C dash is the slant edge. I will say here slant edge on HP, slant edge on HP. One of the slant edge. I have taken OC as a slant edge. So let me darken this figure. And friends, remember in all the projection of solids and the laminate, these two figures will be exactly identical. There won't be any change excepting for the orientation. All the dimensions of the edges and that of the base remain the same. Now friends, I will just look this object from the top and write down the corresponding top view. So friends, I will write line through all these, line through these, and another line through the center here. Friends, here, when you look from the top, for all the cases of pyramids and the cones, the complete base of the solid represented by this line here is completely visible in the top view. So what are these? So these are the four edges and four corners. A, draw a vertical line from a horizontal line from here, and you get this point A here. This comes here. This point is A. Similarly, in the opposite side, you get C, and here you get D, and finally, this point is B. So, friends, we are going to have all the 4 points, namely A, B, C, D. And as I said before, this is completely visible in the top view. Hence, I am going to join all these by straight line. So, this is one straight line parallel to that. Another edge, this edge is parallel to the opposite side. This is how, friends, we obtain the top view of the base, that is ABCD, and vertex we will draw. Draw a vertical line from O, a horizontal line from here. The point of intersection will give you O. Friends, the vertex in the top view is to be joined to all the corners. So I am going to join O to D first. Then I am going to join O to B. Then I am going to join O to A. Next, friends, coming to the last edge, that is when you are joining this O to C, only this much portion is dotted. This portion is not visible, and I mark this as O1. Friends, here you can see this is how the pyramid looks when it is resting on slant edge on HP with the sides connecting that equally inclined to the horizontal plane. Now friends, we have got the front view and top view when it is resting on the slant edge on HP. Finally friends, the slant edge is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. Which is the slant edge, friend? Slant edge is O dash C dash. That O dash C, OC is here. The slant edge OC is parallel to VP. But we want that slant edge to be at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. Hence, friends, I am going to redraw this figure here at an angle of, that is the slant edge making an angle of 30 degrees with the VP. So this angle is 30, and friends, let us see how to draw this figure. So friends, what are the figure you get here or draw here is going to be exactly identical to this. This again I am just advising you, it is going to be the same case in case of the laminas also. Friends, I will redraw this figure now. First of all, I will mark OC. This length I can just mark here somewhere, and you know this length, friends. The point O I will take here, and these are D and C at the extreme end. So one I will call as C and the other B and D. Sorry, these are B and D. So this is on that line is C and A. Okay, this is C and this is C at the end and A you have got. Then take this measurement and complete this figure, friend. So this figure will represent final top view of this square pyramid, wherein the slant edge of the solid is at an angle of how much? That's at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So let us rename this. That is C, last is O, A comes here. This is B on one end and D on the other end. A, B, C, D. Friends, now the object is resting on slant edge on HP, and we have to obtain the top view or the front view of the base and the complete solid. So let me start from point A. I'll write a vertical line from a horizontal line from here. The point of intersection of these two will give you point A dash finally. Similarly, C, horizontal line from C, the vertical line from C. The point where they intersect is the point C dash. Next, friends, you have got B and D on this. So let me write a horizontal line here. So D comes on this. So vertical line from D, horizontal line from this D dash. The point where they intersect is point D dash. So you got A dash, D dash, C dash. I should get B dash. Friends, you have to draw a vertical line from B, horizontal line from B dash. The point of intersection will give you the point that is B dash. So we have got A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash. You got all the 4 points of the base. Then vertex will mark. Write a vertical line from O, a horizontal line from O dash. They meet at this point. We'll call this as O dash. Friends, we have got all the 4 corners of the base and also the vertex of the pyramid. So let us join all these. First of all, the outline of this figure. I am going to join A to B, I am going to join B to C, then C to O, then O to A, and then friends, when you are joining this, O and D is also here. This D is not visible, and hence these two lines will become dotted, and this will also become dotted, whereas this OB is visible to the observer. So this is how we get, friends, A, B, C, and this is D. Friends, here I am going to show this by a dotted line, and you can just ask me why. Because whenever two lines intersect, friends, if one of them is a full line, because OB is seen as a full line, and since these two edges are away from the observer, that is D and this point, they are not visible, and hence we are going to show this by a dotted line. So friends, this is going to be the axis of this solid, and friends, if you observe, this figure will give you completely the front view of the object. Friends, I hope the presentation was interesting, and before we conclude, we will have to check whether the solution we have got finally, that is the final front view and top view, satisfy all the requirements of the question. So let's see, let's go back from stage 1. Friends, here you can see pyramid of sides 30 and height 60 is resting on one of its what you call slant edges on HP. O dash C dash is the slant edge, that O dash C dash is on XY, that is to say the slant edge is on HP, and that is seen as a line here, and the top view of that line or that slant edge is parallel to VP. But as per the question, it has to be at an angle of 30 degrees to VP, and hence I am redrawing this figure as the last figure here and final top view, such that this particular line representing the slant edge OC is at an angle of 30 degrees to VP, and we obtain finally the final front view of the pyramid. Friends, I hope the presentation was interesting and it was useful to you. Please go through the complete video without skipping anything in between. And if you like this video, give a liking to my video and share the information about this video and about my YouTube channel to all your friends. Have a wonderful day.